Hello again, everyone. This is Lewis Keaton again with another update from Rail South. I'm going to be talking today about the bench work and about the concept that I have on the bench work was a narrow bench work. For example, I'm going to flip this camera around here for us in just a moment, and I'll give you an idea of what the average bench work is going to be. You're going to notice that it's going to be about 6 inches wide. So let's flip this around here for you to see. There you go, about 6 inches wide. So basically the layout, top and bottom decks are going to be about 6 inches in width. One of the things that you will notice if you're curious about layout height, we're looking about 39 inches on the bottom side, and we're looking for the upper deck about 53.5. Now I kind of arrived at that because I am relatively short in stature. I'm about 5'6", and so this kind of works for me. Anything over that would get kind of harder for me to reach or whatever. The neat thing is when you can use the stool, for example, you can sit down really well and have some good visuals of the layout. One of the concepts that I did with this layout is I went to what I refer to as a scenic snippet. Now, for example, a scenic snippet is something like this. You'll see this is all just backdrop is painted, the tree lines in, the tracks in, and then all of a sudden here is a scene right here, for example. This is the cemetery that's located just outside of Berry. It's referred to as the New Corona, or the a new marker that says it is the Frost Cemetery. It's right near Frost Creek where the bridge is at. So you can tell we finished this up the other day, and it's just a little snippet. You go to the right of it, there's no real scenery laid. Back to the left, obviously nothing there as well. But here again, we look at the scene, and we can see the graves that we put in, some of the trees, crossings been put in, a little drive area for the people to get in and out of the cemetery. Another snippet, for example, is that I'm working on. There's a little rock cut that's just on the side of the trestle after you leave the cemetery. I'm working on it. And then obviously I've been working quite a bit on the Frost Creek Bridge. This bridge in real life in Berry is about 8 spans complete, 8 set of supports on this, so you can imagine that thing would be immense in any scale, and in scale it's still plenty big just using the two. You can see where we did a forced perspective on the road in there. It's kind of hard to see it. It's a little bit of forced perspective, trying to make that look like it does go on and on. Notice the little guardrail from the little guardrail kit, really easy to use. And so we have that snippet of scenery, and as you can tell, we're working here again. It's just a snippet. It continues on all the way around. It gets into the first little area where we can start switching out the coal cars, and then we come all the way down into Berry, where you're going to see the coal loading facility. Now we're taking a little bit of license here. In the Berry branch, the real coal mine had a big loop of track, and the track allowed the engines to circle and be loaded. Obviously a circle would not work in our perspective here that we're trying to do. Now as we go a bit further here, you can see that a lot of this scenery has been completed, but it goes to another little snippet as well where I have it's not prototypical, but I have a wood chip loading area here. It's not part of the original Berry branch, just a bit of that, more of that freelance. This is the area where they're loaded, and then the track goes over here and it begins to disappear because of non-use. Going into Berry, the track did discontinue, was not used. Hope this little overview helped you out a little bit to understand kind of what we're trying to do here with the Berry branch and with the Southern Railroad. We'll delve more into it next time around. We're going to give you some updates in the near future talking about such things as the numbering system for the Rail South cars, the locomotive heritage and where they came from. Real simple stuff, but it'll be kind of fun. And then we're going to try to do a few how-to videos here where we put together some things like some more of those cross bucks are going to be assembled. I'll show you how to do that. Looking forward to a little bit more time. If you're enjoying any of this, and we'd love to hear your comments, by the way, we'd love to hear that. Also, please subscribe and like it. We'd love to hear your feedback, and maybe you have something you can share with me about this locale or even about the Southern Railroad. Again, Lewis Keaton with Rail South.